Exes for Exes. Hi, I'm Bec from Be Free Emotional Fitness Training, and I support women and girls to become emotionally stronger.
And I'm Vern from Move Forward Mentoring, and I specialise in male mentoring, helping boys and men find their passion, speak from their heart, and build better relationships.
And together we are Rekindling Relationships. We work with couples through mentoring sessions as well as facilitating communication and creative workshops to build deeper connections.
Welcome to our podcast, designed to help you strengthen and bring more fun into your partnership, as well as create a more loving, healthy, and strong connection. Hi everyone.
Hey everyone.
So today we're talking about ex-partners and how they can impact on our relationships. Quite a topical subject with us at the moment. We want to talk about how exes can really mess with your current relationship and mess with your head, and how we can actually deal with them. Maybe a positive way or a constructive way. Do you have anything you want to add to that, Bec?
I'm actually struggling with this subject, so I'll own that, because this is a big issue for us at the moment. I'm guessing we're not the only people out there that have problems with their exes, so maybe this is a good topic.
And I think because we actually have a blended family, so you have two boys, I have two girls, so we both have exes who we have to talk to or communicate with, if not talk to, rather than, you know, if you're in a relationship and you break up and there's no children involved, there's no reason for you to ever talk with that person again, is there?
No, not really.
And most of the time you don't.
No.
Like, even if you stay friends, then you don't really have any sort of deep conversations. But when you have children with someone, you're sort of stuck dealing with that person indefinitely.
You sure are.
You're not saying much over there. So, Bec, how do you think exes can impact relationships? In what ways?
In very big ways. And that's probably been one of our biggest problems, in honesty. They can cause a lot of grief between you and your current partner in ways where you might not always agree with the way that the ex is treating your partner.
Or treating the children.
The children, yeah. They might have too much say in your current relationship or life. They may be trying to deliberately cause problems. Could happen too.
They could just be neglectful and actually not be communicating at all. They could be stonewalling, so you can't actually get anything done.
Yeah, and that makes life stressful, just even the little things hard.
So we both had our share of drama and turmoil with our relationships and exes. And in the past, I guess, any relationship I've generally been in without kids, we have sort of just said goodbye and moved on, and there's not much there. If you do see them, you can sort of avoid them.
Can I ask you something with that? Why do you feel like some people feel the need to keep in touch with an ex, even if they haven't got kids to them? There are some people out there that feel the need to keep in touch with exes, and that can cause problems with their current relationship. The other party can feel a bit uncomfortable about that or jealous. Why do you feel people feel the need to do that?
Maybe they are trying to keep hold of a connection which they valued in the past. I think when you share something with someone and then that's over, there is a sense of loss. Maybe in keeping communication, you're trying to keep that memory alive, even though the foundation, the actual relationship is gone.
Because we know that loss, this kind of loss of a connection, a love connection, is as bad as physical pain. So I think you're pretty spot on there. It is probably about not feeling that and keeping that connection alive. Because I know some people feel like they need to keep in touch with exes and that can cause problems.
Yeah, it's something that's caused problems with us. Mm-hmm. Something that has actually meant that we've had to have a pretty hard conversation about our boundaries and what we actually will and won't have in our relationship, which was a hard conversation. I definitely didn't like it. But it was it was a really important one because it meant that we had very clear boundaries and we knew where each person stood on the issue of communication with exes. This has allowed us to move forward and for us to have a really clear idea of how we want our relationship to be. It meant that for me, as I was still in communication with an ex-partner, that I had to seriously think about why I was still communicating with them and what I was trying to get out of that relationship. Was it holding on to that memory? Was it wanting just to keep that person in my life? And then I was able to actually let that go after that conversation. And I think I was able to let that go because rather than feeling like I was wrong and I was a bad person, it just became really clear to me how you felt about that still happening and how that impacted you, which I didn't realize. I never thought about, I wasn't thinking about your feelings in that. And once I did know, I was able to do something about it.
I think that's a really good point there, because I think you'll have sometimes people that will go, well, don't be jealous, you're being ridiculous. I'm just saying hi, or I'm just wishing them whatever. And, it's just the odd occasional chat. But if it's making your partner uncomfortable, there's a reason for that. And shouldn't your partner's feelings be your main priority, not that other person? Yep. That really isn't part of your life, and probably in a few years will be just a distant memory. Whereas this person is part of your life right now. Yeah, and if it means it might compromise, then I always think it's not worth it.
That's a really good point. How about our situation? We have an ex each. We are very lucky that your ex is easy to deal with at the moment, wasn't at the time of your separation.
No, he really wasn't at the time of separation. It was a really bad breakup. But after time, after a couple of years, we are now, it's now 4 years. But it took a couple of years. Now we're very amicable. It's very easy. It's not like we hang out because we don't see the need to do that at all. That's not at all on our radar. We just communicate for all the important things about the kids, and that's it. Even to the point where, he is very amicable, isn't he, with you? It's like super amicable.
Yeah, he doesn't give me any problems at all. He's actually very nice and polite and seems like he wants to just have peaceful coexistence and just make this new way of relating work so that the children are taken care of and the children see that they are the main priority. And I really appreciate the way that both of you don't make it about you make it about the children. So the children come first. They are your priority.
Yeah, and I think, look, at the start, there's always a little bit of hurt feelings, and that's when that kind of, I'm not excusing the behaviour at the start, but that's when that kind of behaviour happens. But we've gotten over that, and now it is just all about the kids. And you can see the difference in the kids' emotional health since we have become more amicable together as well, which is really important.
I feel like that is some place that I would like to be, but my ex-partner, the relationship between us has been quite strained and full of conflict. Very hard place to be because I don't know what else I can do.
Yeah, and there'll be people, like you said, that might not actually know what to do. And I think in the beginning when I sought legal help, I got some really good advice, and I went to the Centre of Nonviolence. We always think of violence as being physical, but it's not. It's many things. It's verbal, it's mental, it's financial. There's so many ways people can be bullied, and that's an act of family violence.
It's power over, isn't it?
Yeah, and I think there's a lot of people in that situation that just feel despair because they don't know what to do. And so I think those kind of places are really helpful for you to make you realize, wow, this is not okay. Nobody should be able to treat someone like this. And it's an avenue that you might have to go down, unfortunately.
Hopefully you might just have a really good relationship with your ex, and you might just be able to send text messages back and forth, and that's it.
And that's what it is now for us with my one, thank goodness. And that hopefully is the case for people out there. But, if it's not,
got to do something, don't you?
You've got to do something. If you're uncomfortable and you're stressed about your connection or with your ex and how you're being treated, your kids feel that. And that's important to fix that up.
And that's the issue, I guess, with relationships. They are really based on emotion. And when you have an ex-partner, then that relationship has moved from an intimate connection to more of a business connection. If you have children, where you have to still communicate over things to do with finances and the movement of those children, transport, being able to be in that sort of business mindset where you are just conducting a transaction of sorts. and it's not emotional, you can disconnect yourself away from it, is really important. If you find that, and maybe I'm speaking to myself here, oh my God, if you find yourself getting triggered and challenged by this person over and over, maybe you need to stop investing so much in that person doing what you say, or expecting them to act a certain way. Maybe it's more about just being really clear about what you want, what the kids want, and that's it. And there's no more discussion apart from that.
I think boundaries are big. You don't ever need to be best friends with your ex, ever. You just need to be peaceful.
Peaceful coexistence. Wouldn't that be nice sometimes? I like a bit of peaceful coexistence.
Do you ever experienced peaceful coexistence?
It's been a while. I feel like it's been a very long time.
I don't know if you ever have.
Maybe I have, in between, I don't know, becoming an adult and then getting into relationships with people who are obviously not my person. Now I feel like we mostly have a peaceful coexistence.
We do. Oh, we do?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
In this episode, we've been talking about exes and the issues that can happen and maybe some ways to deal with it. I hope you join us next week for
Y is for Yuck and Yum. Thanks for listening. Please subscribe and follow us.
And check out our website at rekindlingrelationships.com.
Bye for now.
See ya.